Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of the NCAA Football 2006 SMU Death Penalty Dynasty. This is James coming back at you. We've got the final game of the regular season for the SMU Mustangs. We are playing the 8-2 North Texas Mean Green, the Eagles, out of Denton, Texas. You will notice when I have these two created teams, it doesn't like to give me an introduction cap, so that kind of messes with my thumbnails. I guess I'll have to come up with something else. That's okay. North Texas having a really good year. Ryan Pearson having a great year. Almost 1,800 yards receiving and 24 touchdowns in 11 games. He's got 2 more games to see if he can pile on some more statistics and to see if he can really cement himself as the best player in the country. We're going against a North Texas team that has had some success this year. 8-2. They've got 2 quarterbacks. They kind of duel a little bit back and forth as to who they play and who they don't. One's impact and one isn't. I believe we're going to see a lot of Dan Hill today. Dan Hill is technically the backup, but he's the impact player. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Sometimes that happens, but we'll probably be seeing him most today. So you'll probably see his statistics for the year be pretty low. Right off the bat, fumble. Chris Barrett recovers the fumble. On the very first play, you'll see Hill throws 2 passes a game. So this is the backup. The starter's fine. They're just not playing him. North Texas is coming in here. They're going to, again, try to pull the upset. They're wearing their all greens. Got to love it. We are trying to solidify our case as a team that should be in the national title game this year. We fell down to number 3 after our win against Houston. We played UTEP. We squeaked one out on the road last week in El Paso, and we stayed at number 3 in the country. I don't know if it's going to take us really blowing out a couple of teams or see if we can get some results to go our way. But as of right now, it doesn't really look like it. USC solidified as the number 1 team in the country. Michigan's right there. Yeah, it's tough right now. So I don't know if those teams are going to be teams that we can kind of get past, but as it stands, we're number 3. I don't know if we're going to be making that national title game, but we can see what happens. Ryan Pearson gets off to a hot start. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. Again, we love going to the left side there. Catches the ball at the 5, drags a defender into the end zone. Another beautiful play by Ryan Pearson, his 25th touchdown of the season. And we are up 7-0 here early on. We are pitched to the left side here, so North Texas is going to go ahead and get started. They're trying to get pitched off here. They lose 5 on the first play. Hill throws to the left, trying to get their offense in some sort of better position. They do hit Pittman for a nice game. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. They're going to go heavy set. They hand off to the fullback, who picks up the first down. So North Texas back on track here, picks up a fresh set of downs. They hand off to the left, a little bit of a counter. Adkins picks up a couple, not much though. It's going to be after an offsides. It is 2nd and 3. So they're going to go to the flat. They're going to find Adkins again. Makes a couple of men miss and gets up the sideline. Is pushed out of bounds across midfield. So nice pickup by the running back. UNT getting in vibes here. They're looking good. So they cross midfield, incomplete to Merriman. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 at the 49. Hill under center. Drops back, throws to the right, and knocked away again. So back-to-back deflected passes. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Shotgun. Hill takes a high snap. Surveys, has time to throw, throws deep, and finds Pittman again. Nice conversion for the UNT Mean Green. North Texas moving the ball down the field, looking to see if they can tie this game up here real quick. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10. Hill's going to run it. He's going to go ahead and make a couple men miss himself. He's tucking it. He gets all the way to the 11-yard line. Nice play by North Texas. Shotgun snap, handoff to the running back to the left. Adkins finds a little bit of space, crosses the 10. Doesn't get much else. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line. Under center, Hill looks, surveys, throws to the right. Touchdown. North Texas. Bodiford comes down with the catch. Really nice play by UNT, and they tie this ball game up. So it's going to be 7-7 here in the first quarter. North Texas gets their feet under them after a rough first drive, and they tie this game up here in Dallas. Levine's going to get started. Going to start on the left side. Man coverage. We find Xavier Hart on the right side. Really nice game to go ahead and get the drive started. Puts us in the left hash. Levine shotgun, throws over the middle. Deflected, intercepted. North Texas off the deflection, but he fumbles the football, and we recover. So the old interception fumble recovery to advance the ball 9 yards, just like we drew it up. Sure, why not? Don't love the fumble, but yeah, it is what it is. Or the interception, but it is what it is. It's all good. So we get started again. Moore, go ahead, catches the ball for 6 yards on the left side on the out route. We're going to go right back to him on the right side. We go left to Moore for 6. We go right to Moore for about 10. 1st and 10 at the North Texas 36. Levine under center, throws left. We go back to Pearson on the left side on the out route. So we've got some man coverage. I'm kind of going left and right and just keeping the space open. 2nd and inches. We fire to Chisholm. That hits him right in the chest, but a little bit behind him, so he drops the pass. 3rd and inches. Under center. Irons is able to squeak through, almost gets through the entire bunch right there, and picks up a nice chunk. Gain of a few that picks up the 1st down. Levine scrambles left, scrambles right, chucks it into the end zone, kind of hopefully. Casimir Walker not able to come up with that pass. We're going to find man coverage, find Hart, pick up a nice chunk of yards, and pick up a 1st down. That's going to get us inside the red zone here. We're at the 10. Levine under center. Surveys, throws to the right. Has Pearson, who cuts upfield, breaks a tackle, and drags a man before being pushed out of the 3-yard line. 2nd and 3. Levine under center. Fires over the middle. That one's going to be dropped by Michael Chisholm. That one hit him in the hands. You're kind of hoping he comes up with that. Under center, 3rd and 3. Antoine Irons. Not going to get there. It's going to bring up 4th and short. As we head into the 2nd quarter, we have a decision to make. We do hand off to Irons again. He is not able to get in, so the North Texas defense comes up with the hold. They go under center, and they fumble again. So they fumbled an interception, they fumbled on their first drive, and they fumble coming out of the gates after a huge stop by their defense. That's their 3rd fumble in a quarter plus. That one is a killer. That gives us the ball right back inside the 5. This time Antoine Irons doesn't mess around. 1st and goal, touchdown, SMU Mustangs. We take a 14-7 lead here early 2nd quarter. We cash in on the fumble. North Texas got to be pulling their hair out. Their defense did everything it could. Got him the ball back, and they gave the ball right back. Adkins up the middle, gets a nice play there. Looks like he picked about 6. Going to bring up 2nd and 4th, throwing 25 under center. Hill surveys. He's got time to throw, throws to the left, has Merriman. That's going to be a 1st down. And that's going to put him at their own 30-yard line. Hill, shotgun, left side, rolls, fires, throws directly to a defender. Pretty lucky that wasn't intercepted, but he's 7 for 11. He's doing okay. Adkins gets smoked by Baraka Bridges. That's a loss. 3rd and 12, shotgun, left hash, throws out to the flat. Adkins makes a man miss, doesn't miss Cameron White. So that's going to bring up that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to punt the ball. We start on the right hash, shotgun. Levine's going to take a shot. It's intercepted. It's Richard. Trey Richard is a guy that we recruited and didn't really come in with great overalls. I didn't think he was going to make a play on it. He's only like a 78 overall, but he makes us look pretty foolish there. He says, yeah, you take that scholarship, you know where to put it. So that's another turnover in this game. We've got a few. We've got a 4 and out. We've got 2 interceptions. They've got 3 fumbles. So between that and the 4 and out, you're talking like 6 turnovers here pretty early on. Nice gain for North Texas. It gets him across midfield. Hill surveys, looks, and is sacked. Jonathan Standback, he's involved in the party. That's a 6-yard loss. 2nd and 16, another sack. Throws out to the flat. Adkins is not going to get much. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 16, shotgun, Hill right hash. Surveys, has time to throw. That time runs out, and he throws the ball short. So North Texas, even off the turnover, goes 3 and out. So Levine, shotgun, goes back to work at his own 14. We're going to go right back to it. And this time it's Ryan Pearson, and this time it's a house call. 10-5, touchdown, SMU Mustangs. Ryan Pearson, 86 yards. And just like that, North Texas had a chance. They were on our side of the field, down 7. Our defense steps up, and big defense turns into big offense. Very complimentary. And just like that, it is a 2-touchdown game. Ryan Pearson showing off the speed, outrunning their entire secondary after beating them to the ball. North Texas goes back to work. Play action. Hill under pressure. Fumbles again. This time they are able to fall on it. But their fullback, Adam Wilson, is hurt. See if he's able to make it back into this game. Not an integral part of their offense, but at the same time, you don't like to see anybody get hurt. That's a 7-yard loss. Under center, tight end set. Hill drops, looks, surveys, throws over the middle. Intercepted. Brodarius Blanks. That is the 4th turnover of the game for North Texas. They cannot hang on to the football right now. They are having a lot of problems, specifically deep inside their own territory. That's the 2nd turnover inside the 15-yard line for North Texas. Blanks just reads it, Hill's looking for an easy check down, but Darius Blanks just steps in front of the tight end. Like that tight end, we took it away. Levine, left hash, fires to the right, has Joshua Moore. Picks up a few, keeps us on schedule there. It's a nice 4-yard gain. We go option left. Levine has space to operate, pitches it to Irons. Is he able to get that first down? I think he's going to be just a touch short. He's going to bring up, oh, they gave it to us, 1st and goal. Levine drops 1st and goal, fires over the middle of Hart, who almost is able to get into the end zone on that angle route. 2nd and goal at the 1. We're going to go right back to Antoine Irons, and that's pretty easy. Nice job by Antoine Irons. Pick around a little bit, able to pick up that touchdown, finds a little bit more green, and it's 28-7. So North Texas, their defense has not played terribly, but their offense has really let them down and put them in some rough spots. They're going to go back to Adkins, handoff up the middle. I think they're trying to get to halftime at this point. 2nd and 7, it's 28-7 Mustangs. Hill drops, looks, fires to the right, has his man who comes back for the football. They say he's going to be 2 yards short. I would say forward progress Gibbons the first, but they do not believe that. They try to hand it off on 3rd and 2, and they are able to pick up the first down. So North Texas gets a fresh set of downs regardless. Throw over the middle. Adkins, nice catch. Right up the seam there. Really nice play. That gets him to the 43. Hill shotgun fires right. Has right. To the midfield marker at the 50-yard line. North Texas is going to try and hurry things up here. See if they can save themselves a timeout. Handoff. Hill pitches it. Or fakes the pitch. Goes back to right. He's able to bounce off a couple defenders and pick up the first down and get out of bounds. So it's 1st and 10. They're on our side of the field. You can see Dan Hill's numbers aren't terrible, 12 for 18. Under center. Drops, looks, surveys, throws, nearly intercepted. He's thrown a couple of pretty dangerous passes in a row. He was under a lot of duress. We'll see what this flag's all about. They're going to call us for pass interference. So a cheap, fresh set of downs. Chris Barrett is the offender. I don't know if Coach Sanders is going to love that, but regardless, we go back to work. Hill fires to the right, another drop. 2nd and 10 at the 35, under center. Hill rolls to the right a little bit. Still surveys, has time to throw. Is going to go for the end zone. And overthrows everybody. Looks like he had a shot there, but not able to connect. 3rd and 10, play action out of the shotgun. Hill has time, runs out of it. Bodiford bails him out. Nice catch coming back for that football. He's going to pick up yet another first down. So North Texas right on the fringe of the red zone here, about 15 seconds. We do call a timeout. They're at the 24. Shotgun. Hill looks, throws to the end zone. Miscommunication. I think the wide receiver ran the wrong route. There was a corner and a safety there, and there was no receiver. That's his 2nd interception of the game. That one hurts. It looks like they were about to go in and get some points at halftime. Instead, it's basically a layup for Chris Barrett. And that makes it 28-7 at halftime. We get the ball to start the second half. Levine's under shotgun. He's going for a huge chunk. He's going deep to Ryan Pearson. He doesn't usually miss those. Ryan Pearson, another distance job. Touchdown. SMU Mustangs. He's got an 86-yarder. This one's a 72-yarder. Touchdown, Ryan Pearson. He's just causing the secondary so many problems. Another beautiful deep ball from Hayes Levine. Ryan Pearson once again just abuses the North Texas secondary, and he is getting the yardage in chunks today, folks. It is 35-7 SMU. How do you do? Jonathan Standback, his 2nd sack of the game. Just adding to that tally is the leading sack master in NCAA football history. He's just acquiring more numbers at this point. Intercepted by Blanks again. He's got some space. 10-5. Touchdown. Get that man some cotton candy. He is going to the Piccadilly Circus. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to work on that. We're workshopping that. Nice play by Brodarius Blanks. He gets to the edge. No one's out there. It's a pick 6. It's a beautiful thing. It's 42-7. Dan Hill has now thrown interceptions on back-to-back drives. North Texas is up to 6 turnovers in this game, which is not going to win any games here against us. That's a short completion to Adkins over the middle. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 after an offsides. They're going to hand this ball off to the left, and I believe they're going to pick up that first down. Really nice little play there. 1st and 10, pitch right. That's going absolutely nowhere. That is a 4-yard loss. Under center, intercepted again. Raheem Scott, that is our 4th interception of the day. 7th turnover for North Texas. We're only 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter here. The turnover bug has struck hard for the Mean Green, and it's yet another turnover deep inside their own territory. Levine from the 25 throws it to Moore. One play, touchdown. And just like that, this was a 28-7 game at halftime. Less than 2 minutes later, it's 49-7. you can pretty much pack your bags. This one's pretty much done. Another beautiful throw to Moore, the corner. Didn't really react to that ball that well, which can happen. Josh Moore makes a nice play, catches it in stride, turns up and scores a touchdown from 25 yards out. So it's 49-7. North Texas goes back to work. They're throwing the ball again. It's deflected away again. Isaiah Johnson makes that play. 2nd and 10 at their own 21. Hill shotgun. Looks, surveys, throws deep into double coverage. You're never going to believe this. It's intercepted. 3 straight drives, 3 straight interceptions for North Texas. This one, Corey Sisk playing that ball hawk safety in the back there. Another pretty easy interception for him against cover 2. A little bit of pressure. Hill tries to make a play. That is turnover number 8 for North Texas. We fire over the middle to Pearson. Could have gone to him or Walker. They were both there. 2nd and inches under center. Levine surveys. Still surveying. Has Pearson wide open over the middle. All the way down to the 28-yard line. 8 catches, 230 yards for the big man. Levine under center. Fires left, going right back to him, and he's drugged down at the 21-yard line. So he's just acquiring more stats. Levine, another beautiful day for him. 18 for 25 for 358. We go back out to Pearson. That may have been his easy catch of the day, and he just flat dropped it. It'd be like that sometimes. 3rd and 3, we try to pick it up on the ground. They're not able to do so. North Texas defensive line does a good job clogging up the lanes. 4th and 3, we get man coverage. Save your heart beats everybody. 10-5. Ooh, gets down to the 1-yard line. Close to sticking that in there. We're going right back to Antoine Irons. He bounces it outside. Easy. Cool as you like. Antoine Irons, another rushing touchdown. The rushing numbers aren't fantastic, but the rushing touchdowns are a beautiful thing. They look fantastic. 56-7. This game has gotten out of control here in the 3rd quarter, and what looked like a relatively close game with a couple of bad breaks for North Texas has turned into an absolute landslide. And that's what turnovers can do in this game, especially against a competent offense. They can snowball, and it can snowball in a hurry. So 56-7. North Texas trying to make something of this game. They go 3 and out. They punt the ball back to us. Levine throws off his back foot, just trying to avoid a sack. Lucky to just have that end up as an incompletion. Shotgun, right hash, 2nd and 10 at the 37. We're going to take another deep shot here. We got Michael Chisholm down to the fringe of the red zone. Hayes Levine just about hitting 5,000 yards passing for the season. Another beautiful deep ball. This time we get a revenge on Richard. We get down to the 21-yard line. And Levine under center. He's going to look, survey, throw to the left. He's got Ryan Pearson again. Defender misses, spin move into the mixer. Little juke there at the end. Off you go. Touchdown Ryan Pearson. Touchdown SMU Mustangs. 63-7. I think you could pretty much call it a day. I think we're just about done here. Everyone's got their numbers. They're no match for Ryan Pearson. That 4-7 looking great, rolling into the deep green of the end zone there. Rough home game for North Texas. You would hope you'd play better and not turn the ball over 8 times, but that's all she wrote. North Texas does get a late touchdown. They do get a safety randomly. I got the ball back and ran a silly play, and they got a safety out of it. So I probably could have shown that, but it was 63-7. We were just trying to get out of here. Another win for the Mustangs. That moves us to 11-1 on the season. We'll see what that does to our ranking. The next game is going to be the Conference USA Championship. Going to play. We'll find out. I don't know who we're going to play. The East, again, is a bit of a quagmire. So we'll find out who we play in the next game. We'll go ahead and go through some of the stats here. First down, it's actually pretty close, 19-16, but we had a lot more total yards. We had 542.05, 456 passing yards. They were actually pretty good on 3rd down. Like, look at some of these peripherals, but the big one's right there. 2 turnovers to 8 turnovers. That's not good. 4 fumbles, 3 lost, 5 intercepted. If you want to count my 4 and out at the goal line, you could say that there were 11 combined turnovers in this game, because that's what it felt like. It was a pretty sloppy game, especially early on, and the North Texas just fell apart. Dan Hill did not have a fun day. Completed 50% of his passes and had a touchdown, but he also threw 5 interceptions. Running back Adkins was fine. No one really stood out for North Texas aside from the quarterback. Just having a really rough day. Levine, 21 for 30, 441 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 off a deflection, no sacks, nicely done. Xavier Hart had more yards than Irons. Irons had 8 carries for 16 yards, but he scored 3 times. Pearson scored 4 times, 10 catches, 257. Just a normal day at the office for Ryan Pearson. Just an absolute monster. Michael Chisholm had a rough day. 4 drops, Not a day that he's going to write home about. Hopefully he has better days in the future. 6 targets, only 2 catches. That's a bummer. And then defensively, Stanback had 4 sacks. Another great day for Jonathan Stanback. So really nice performance here. This game was basically over after that onslaught of turnovers in the third quarter. Again, that moves us to 11-1 on the season, and that brings us to a Conference USA championship. And with any luck, national championship game. We'll find out. There's a lot to cover the next couple of games. A lot's going to move and shake. So appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back to another edition of the NCAA Football 2006 SMU Death Penalty Dynasty. This is James coming back at you with more commentary. We have the Conference USA Championship. It is Season 10. We are playing the 6-5 UCF Golden Knights at our makeshift, not home stadium of Ford Stadium. Again, weird glitch, only conference championship in this game where the best team in the conference hosts, and if you have a created stadium, it turns into this. So pretty weird, but the generic Alabama A&M stadium, you can see the field house in the background, which somehow is in Dallas, Texas. Make it make sense? It's an old video game. It happens. Anyway, we're playing UCF. They're 6-5. The East is a mess. Like ECU had it down here. UAB's bad. Southern Miss is terrible. Memphis almost snuck in again. Yeah, the East has been kind of a nightmare really over the past couple of years. So a 6-5 UCF team makes the championship. We're going to see if we can take care of business. We get the ball first. Levine's taking a shot right away. And we're going to find Ryan Pearson. In case you thought Ryan Pearson wasn't going to step up for this game, 10 catches, 171-yard average. He's immediately got a 50-yard catch to start this game. So right on time, Ryan Pearson makes a huge play to start this game, and we are trying to run in the style of points. You may notice we fell down to number 4 in the country after the last couple of weeks, so we are losing ground. Michigan and USC are already done, which pretty much guarantees that we will not be making the national title game. All we can hope for is a split. We need to get pretty lucky in order to do that. Michigan is technically behind us in the media rankings, but the coaches poll, we're just not going to be there. So we get the ball back. We score again. This is our first score. Xavier Hartman covered 7-0 within the first minute. Davis under center. Going to go ahead and pick up a nice game to Fitch there, and they're going to get rolling. So yeah, to continue that thought, national title game, if we were to win this game, not going to happen. But we are looking at a BCS game, pretty good one. We'll see who we end up with, but we will not be coming home with a national title to bring back to Conference USA. So it's a bit of a bummer. It is what it is, but we move on with it. Maybe there'll be a golden sky at the end of the storm. We'll see. So we'll see how it transpires. Anything can happen. What we got to do right now is take care of business against UCF. This is a team that traditionally, weirdly enough, gives me a few problems. I'm not sure why. They don't even have the most talent. It feels like they should have more. They never do. And yet somehow offensively, they're always just kind of annoying. They can do enough to keep me on my toes. So they're driving right here. They're inside the 25. They're going to go direct snap to Johnson. Hurdles a man, and Sisk makes a nice tackle, but they are in the red zone. So it's 2nd and 3 at the 17. Handoff here. Nope, play action. Davis can't miss. I think he starts this game like 8 for 8, and now Baraka Bridges is banged up. I think he misses the rest of this game. It's not a serious one, but it might be an end-of-game type of injury for him. We're going to go handoff. Johnson doesn't pick up the first down. We're excited about that. Raheem Scott is. He got one more play, 4th and 2. They say they got it. They're going to call that a first down. Sure, why not? They're going to go back to Fitch here. He picks up a few yards down to the 10. They're just nickel and diming us. Look at the clock run here. We're almost at a minute in the first quarter. This is only the second drive of the game. Back to Johnson, another few yards. The clock continues to roll here. 3rd and 2, I formation, handoff to Johnson, breaks it outside. Touchdown, UCF Golden Knights. What a drive. He's able to cut the ball back. Johnson there against the grain. He's able to scoot into the end zone. So they got a couple of things that went their way, but they had a 4-minute drive there to score that touchdown. So if you're going to hang around with us, that's a great way to do it, is to have a nice time-consuming drive and end up with the full 7 points. We go right back to Pearson. He's going to pick up another huge gain all the way across midfield, and that's going to get us to a 1st and 10 at the 48. a little bit, about 38 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to go over the middle of the right side to Casimir Walker, and that's going to take us to the last play of the first quarter, which is a handoff to Antoine Irons. Breaks a tackle, gets over a man, hurdles him, picks up a first down. So we head to the second quarter. It's tied at 7. This has been a very quick game so far. But we have the ball. We're under center. We're going to fire here to the right side. We got Ryan Pearson up the middle. Drags a defender, picks up an extra yard there. Neither quarterback is missed. We're a combined 15 for 15. Irons finds some space on the right side, jukes a defender, and gets all the way down to the 6-yard line. Antoine Irons, he's been the king of the short game the past few weeks. We finally get loose here a little bit, and he's able to pick up a nice chunk of yards there. Looks like he picked up about 20 yards there. Down to the 6. Option right, Levine. Tough sledding, excuse me. Under center, we're going to go back to Irons. He's going to bounce it. He's going to get the pylon. You bet. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. You see the Central Florida mascot on the right side there. Appears out of nowhere because he's not in this shot, so that's a little bit creepy. But he was sad, and that's okay. UCF goes to work shotgun. They're going to try and keep up. Their quarterback is now 10 for 10 on the game. Keep that number in mind. 2nd and 13, though we did lose 3. Davis under center shotgun. That is his first incompletion of the day, and it does bring up a 3rd and long. Under center, Davis surveys, looks, throws to the left, knocked away. So we get a 3 and out to start this drive. We're up 14-7. Maybe it's time to get a foothold in this game here. Under shotgun, that ball's deflected away. Dangerous throw over the middle there. Falls incomplete, thankfully. 2nd and 10 on their own 37. Levine surveys, fires it late to Pearson, pivots, gets upfield. Pearson jukes a man, kind of stutters around a second one, and almost gets all that yardage back. It's going to be 3rd and 1. We're going to hand this off to Irons. We love our pass run offense. He's able to scoop up that first down and get across midfield. Levine, shotgun right hash, rolls left. He's going to fire to Pearson, hits him in stride. Oh, and he can't break that tackle. Drugged down from behind, but he's already got 126 receiving yards, averaging a solid 21 yards a catch. Off to a hot start here. Almost got all of it right there. Big time pickup down to the 25. Levine shotgun fires right, has more, but he's not able to make the catch. Bounces off his hands there. 2nd and 10. Levine shotgun, left hash, rolls right, fires to Moore. He is able to bring this one in. This time he's drugged down at the 4-yard line. Really nice catch by Joshua Moore after an unfortunate drop. We're going to fire over the middle to Ryan Pearson. Touchdown SMU. Ryan Pearson finds the end zone, and his stat sheet, once again, it's filling, and it's early. Ryan Pearson gets in the end zone again, his 7th catch of the half, and this time he's got a touchdown. 21-7 SMU. They look to be in full control. UCF, let's see if their offense can replicate what they did on the first drive. They have not been able to since. That's another incompletion. 2nd and 10, shotgun, play action. Davis surveys, rolls right, fires left. Incomplete, overthrows his receiver. 3rd and 10, tight end set, under center, fires deep. Knocked away. That's yet another incompletion. We get the ball right back. Next to no time came off that clock. Levine rolls right, has more deep, makes the catch, and he's all the way down to the 25-yard line. The offense is humming. Moore's getting involved. He's been kind of the missing man the last few weeks. It's been a lot of Ryan Pearson and Michael Chisholm in spurts. Moore needs to be that guy that really spreads these defenses apart. Antoine Irons has a ton of room to operate, and he's going to score. Uncontested, untouched. The right side here, look at the blocking. Chisholm, great block. Caraway got a pancake, and Irons had acres of space to run through. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. It's 28-7. Davis play action. Swallowed. They're going to give it to Baraka Bridges. I'm sorry, he didn't miss the game. He's here. He's fine. Don't worry about him. A-OK. He comes loose up the middle. It's going to be a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15. They're going to fire over the middle again. Incomplete again. 3rd and 15. Again, not a lot of time is coming off this clock on UCF drives right now. They hand up the gut to Johnson. He gets the sack yards almost back. He picks up 3. 4th and 12, we call a timeout. Left hash, Levine sets up, intercepted. That was a bad throw. That was a pretty dangerous throw. That was never open. I think we may have gotten a little bit complacent here trying to think, oh, yeah, he'll spring forward. It'll be fine. He did not. There were 2 guys there ready to pick off that pass. So pretty bad decision from Hayes Levine. He hasn't had a lot of those type of throws this year, but that was one of them. They get Johnson in the flat. 15, 10-5, touchdown. UCF Golden Knights. Really nice play there. They got Johnson in space. My users were awful, and they take advantage of the interception. All of a sudden, it's 28-14. So we're not out of the woods yet here. We had a really nice Really nice spurt there. But then, yeah, kind of got him back in this game yet. So we find Pearson over the middle. We try to fire deep to Michael Chisholm. Excuse me, that was Joshua Moore. Overthrow him. We are at midfield, about a minute to go in the first half. Fire to the right. Find Xavier Hart, but don't pick up much there. Just kind of keeping the clock moving. 3rd and 8. We're under 40 seconds. We run an option left. Pitch it to Irons. He's going to pick up about half of it being drugged forward. It's 4th and 5. We are going to go for it. The clock is running. We find man coverage to Hart. Hart beats the linebacker and I believe is able to get out of bounds. Nope, they're going to go ahead and call a timeout. 14 seconds. We're under center. Levine surveys. He's going to go for the home run ball. Can he hit it? Incomplete. Good defense by Central Florida. 9 seconds to go here. They bring both safeties with 9 seconds. That leaves one-on-one coverage to Michael Chisholm. And that's easy. I don't know what UCF was doing defensively here. They should have been in a prevent. Don't give up the home run ball. Instead, they go suicidal. I don't know what to say about that. That is about as easy as it gets. I don't know what their defensive coordinator was thinking. That's a touchdown here right at the end of the first half. It's 35-14. That is a head-scratcher if you're a UCF fan. That's hard to explain there. We'll take it. We got no issues with that whatsoever. UCF did elect to defer, so they're going to go ahead and receive this kickoff. McFarland gets it at the 5, gets upfield, fumbles the football, and we recover. So UCF was looking forward to getting the football. Maybe it's going to be 28-14. They get a chance to make it a one-score game. Instead, they give up a touchdown right at the end of the first half and then fumble the opening kickoff. Levine option left, pitches it Irons. Stutters through a defender there and gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. Levine, shotgun surveys, throws over the middle, had Xavier Hart. He's not able to haul in that bullet pass. That's unfortunate. 2nd and 5, looks like we're going to go right back to the ground. Antoine Irons, touchdown. All he does is score touchdowns. So just like that, UCF thought they may have had an avenue back into this football game that we tried to hand them. Instead, it's 42-14. They're going to take another shot deep. You'll never guess. Corey Sisk just playing center field, just hanging out, intercepted. Another beautiful play. It's good coverage on the front end, and then Sisk on the back end just comes in and scoops up the mess. Another turnover. We're close to midfield. That ball's thrown over the middle. I count 5 white jerseys there. Pretty dangerous. 2nd and 10. Under center, Levine. We're going to go for something a little simpler. We're going to go Pearson over the middle. Jukes the defender. They called him out of bounds. That was so close. He does pick up 11 on the first down. We're going to take a shot to Chisholm. That one's overthrown. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the UCF 39. Under center, Levine surveys, fires to the left, has Pearson. Oh, and the defender makes a nice tackle there, but Pearson is able to pick up yet another first down. That gets us in field goal range. Levine left side, surveys, fires to the right. Had Michael Chisholm, was not able to make that play for his quarterback. 2nd and 10, we do get man coverage, and Xavier Hart has space to operate. 15-10-5. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. It is 49-14, and we are starting to run away with this thing. So we ended the first half strong. We started the second half strong. And what looked like an avenue for UCF to get back into the football game, it was a brick wall. 49-14, SMU just taking advantage of everything that's given to them at this point. They've really tightened things up here after that interception at the end of the first half, and they're starting to run away with this thing. UCF, shotgun Davis, play action, fires over the middle. That one is nearly caught, but then incomplete. Antonio Davis is now 11 for 19. Remember, he started 10 for 10. So his numbers have come crashing back down to earth. 2nd and 10, shotgun play action. Davis surveys, fires to the left, nearly intercepted by Quentin Essex. That's going to bring up yet another 3rd and long. 3rd and 10, Davis shotgun, fires to the right, isn't even able to hit the screen pass. Incomplete. That's yet another 3 and out. They're going to punt this football back to us after no time came off the clock. Casimir Walker is going to field this on the left side, and he's got blockers. He has got the speed to go all the way. The kid from Florida does it to Central Florida. Touchdown, Casimir Walker on the punt return. The Jet Award nominee goes 79 yards untouched. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. It is 56-14. Another incompletion for Davis. This time they do hand the ball off at a shotgun. Johnson's able to pick up most, if not all of that. We'll take a look here. 3rd and inches. They go double tight set, play action, and they're going to go to the right side, and he overthrows his man. There is a flag on the play. Is UCF going to get bailed out here? Yep. Pass interference on the Mustangs. You're going to call that on Cameron White. That's unfortunate. So they're going to get a fresh set of downs here in the strong formation. Hand off to the fullback. Not much. UCS offense has basically been in reverse. Ever since that first drive, they made one nice play. That was the touchdown to make it 28-14. But otherwise, their offense has been a nightmare. Here's a fumble. They're able to recover it. We got the sack. And then we get the ball back here. So that was third down. We're going to get back to work. Caraway getting involved. Trey Caraway, haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Another nice catch here. 2nd and 2. Irons off the right side. Has room to operate. Gets across midfield and gets across the UCF 40-yard line. Great set of blocks. Great call there to go ahead and set that up. Chisholm did a great job sealing that edge as well. Another nice pickup for Irons, who has to be approaching 100 yards in this game. We're at the 39-yard line. About a minute and a half left in the third quarter. We're going to take a shot deep here. Do we have it? We don't. Looks like it was dropped. There is laundry on the field, however. I do believe that regardless, this one was coming back. It is. It's a holding call on Derek Johnson. That's unfortunate. So we're at the 49, 1st and 20. We're going to go option. We got space here. Levine looks, pitches it. Irons with the juke. Gets all the way to about the 36-yard line. Another nice pickup. Picks up 14. 2nd and 6. Levine shotgun fires. It's going for the tight end, McCoy. That one is knocked away. Nice play by the DB there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. We're going to hand off to Irons, and we're going to find space. Nice job by the O-line to open up that hole. Their defense reacted late. There was an injury on the field to Michael Perkins. I hope he's okay. But Antoine Irons, another job picking up a 3rd down. 1st down, under center. We fire over the middle, sort of. Looks like that was a pretty dead play on arrival. 2nd and 10, we roll left. We've got Joshua Moore wide open in space. Spin move, cuts up field, and gets to the fringe of the 10-yard line. We're at the 10. This is going to be the final play of the third quarter. Levine shotgun, surveys, looks, fires to the right. Double coverage, pretty dangerous throw. Probably not the best idea, but that is going to bring us to the fourth quarter. It is 56-14. Levine going to be setting up the screen here to Joshua Moore. He's able to get upfield and pick up a couple. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8 at the 8-yard line. Levine under center, runs the option left, has space, pitches it off to Irons, who didn't need the help, but sure, why not? That's another touchdown for Antoine Irons. This one's from 8 yards out. It is 63-14. I think we're winning this conference championship. I don't know about you. I think we've got this one on lockdown. Not too worried about it. You see us kneel out the ball. Teams exchange touchdowns with the backups late. 70-21, and we walk away with the conference championship. We're going to see Emmanuel Sanders is going to get the Gatorade bath. Players are thrilled. They're happy. Another fun one. Outside of that Iowa game, we were pretty impressive all year. That UTEP game notwithstanding, that was a close game where we got tested. Otherwise, we were pretty dominant. That Iowa game, though, unfortunately, I think caught us a shot at the national championship. You know, we just could not recover. Like, we got it to number 2, but the pollsters knew we had that one loss, and that kind of made us the same as USC and Michigan and those other teams. And unfortunately, I think kind of set us back there. But we took care of what we could control after that Iowa game. This is dominance right here. 25 first downs to 7. Great total offensive number there. Passing yards, 347 to 82. You'll note they went 11 for 24 passing the ball. He started 10 for 10, which means he went, their offense went 1 for 14 the rest of the way. Ouch. So you see the turnover battle. We won that 3-1. Kick return yards, punt return yards, 99-0. Time of possession. Dominant performance all around. We put this game to bed when we had to do it. Levine, 21 for 33, 334 touchdowns and a pick. Did have that pretty bad interception, but notwithstanding that, really nice day for him. Antoine Irons, 13 carries, 145 yards, 4 touchdowns. Average 11 yards a carry. Had a long at 24, so we were starting to hit some of those. Those ones that were going for like 3 and 4 went big today. Ryan Pearson, another 10 catches, another 163 yards. Just his rudimentary everyday performance. The man's a metronome. Another great day from him. Xavier Hart had a couple nice catches. Chisholm too. We got a lot of other folks involved. I saw Briggs Bozeman had a catch down there, and nobody had more than 4 tackles. So pretty nice game. We'll see. This is where things get interesting. We're going to see what happens in the award ceremonies. We're going to see what happens in the bowl game, who we get, and we'll see what happens from there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.